I'm going to switch gears, have a look at Shirley Collins. She's an MBE, and she was born in 1935. She's an English folk singer, well known as part of the English folk revival of the 60s and 70s. Shirley and her big sister Dolly grew up in Hastings, a seaside town southeast of London, and her family was one of traditional values. When school was done, Shirley enrolled in teacher training college in South London, and she also became involved in the folk scene. She made her first appearance on vinyl on a 1955 compilation, Folk Song Today. In 1954, she met Alan Lomax at a party. He was in Britain to avoid the McCarthy Red Scare back in the States. That was a big deal. Entertainment executives were all closet communists, don't you know? Oh, where is McCarthy now that we need him in 2020? Lomax and Collins were romantic, but it was a working relationship. She assisted on his research projects, and she also sang backing vocals on Dirty Old Town by Alan Lomax and the Ramblers in '56. In '58, Collins recorded 2 albums, Sweet England and then False True Lovers in 1960. Lomax and Collins made a trip through the American South collecting folk songs. The result of the recordings they made was Sounds of the South, a compilation on Atlantic. Collins also wrote a bio about their experiences in churches, social gatherings, and chain gangs. And America Over the Water was published, but not until 2005. Her singing career took off with her jazz folk fusion LP, Folk Roots, New Routes, with guitarist David Graham in 1964. In '67, she recorded with her sister Dolly, who played portative organ, a small pipe organ. I'm not sure what that guy's playing. Sure you're not part of the Shins? Shirley also recorded and appeared with the Young Tradition, who also recorded traditional folk music in the 60s. Anthems in Eden in '69 by Shirley and Dolly Collins focused on changes to rural England at the time of World War I. This album, with its assortment of Renaissance instruments, is considered a forerunner for the music of Fairport Convention and Steel Eye Span. Just listen to The Power of the True Love Knot to see if this isn't so. Collins married Ashley Hutchins, who left Steel Eye Span to form the Albion Country Band with his new wife. They later formed the Etchingham Steam Band in 1974. 2 years later, the Albion Dance Band joined the show. All of these had Collins on vocals. 1979 saw a recording session with Bert Jansch, which was Collins' last recording before retirement. Her voice had given out. 38 years passed until 2016 when she came out of retirement to release an album called Lodestar. It was critically praised and earned 2 BBC Radio 2 Folk Awards nominations. A film about her life, The Ballad of Shirley Collins, was released in 2017. History of folk music is richer for her having had residence. My name is Death, cannot you see? Lords, dukes, and ladies bow down to me, and you are one of those branches three, and you bear many. So I recommend that you have a listen to Shirley Collins. She's been at it a long time, and she's given us so much. Thank you, Shirley. I'll give you gold.